How did I first get involved with the subject of motivation? Well, I think really I've always been doing motivation, but not being aware of it. So I regard it as my mission in life to be a motivator, my mission in life to motivate myself first and foremost, to motivate my family and friends, and then of course all the colleagues and work people I'm working with. In fact, I judge myself on how much I motivate people as opposed to getting hacked off with them and getting irritated and doing all the things we all do from time to time. But once I entered the world of self-employment and business and working with companies and trying to make a difference, I did become struck by, there's some great diagnostic tools out there. Belbin was one of them, Insights is another one, and we could go on and name several of these things. And you do realise that when you go into a situation with the client, having a tool like this or like these was very, very powerful. It gave you a starting point, it gave you a benchmark on which you could base a conversation and you could build on it all. And then what occurred to me when I think about the psychometric test was, well, there was a language and there was a kind of metric for doing it. Why wasn't there a language for motivation? So I became struck by the fact there was a primitive language for motivation. There was Freud's pleasure and pain, which became the NLP sort of a way towards motivation. There was this bi yin and yang type of motivational model, but that was it. And it was just simple and too simplistic, and motivation was much more complicated than that. And I saw Maslow's hierarchy and I thought, that's very, very important. And so things began to form in my mind. And one of the things I'd want to say would be, I don't think when you create something, you think in a linear kind of way, that you know from A to B how this is going to work out. It's like, to me, it's a right brain process in which lots of information goes into the brain, into the mind, and somehow you suddenly get these insights into it. And I saw there was no language for motivation, there was no metric for motivation. So this was really the rationale for why I began to perceive something needed to happen around the language and the metrics of motivation, and bringing together my readings and understandings of various models to produce the one that I ended up producing, which was the motivational map.